can't resist us.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 12 in season number 3 of the Turkey Hill Series. We are here at the Daytona International Speedway for the second time this season for the Fresh from Florida Firecracker 250, a 15-lap race around this 2.5 mile speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. And this is a very interesting race here because it's so short. Only 15 laps here at the Daytona International Speedway. Those laps will click down very quickly, and we go pretty fast here at Daytona because we're stupid and we don't run the restrictor plates on these race cars when we come to Daytona and Talladega. But we got this race nestled in between a bunch of road courses, so a lot of these guys have road course on their mind. The last two races we've had here in the Turkey Hill Series have been at road courses. The next race is going to be at a road course. But we got the Super Speedway of Daytona right smack dab in the middle of all these road courses, and it's really going to shake up the mindset of these guys here today. Points coming in to today's race. Matt Tuck holds on to a slim 5-point lead over William Brock. William Brock has been moving his way through the points ever since he won that race at Charlotte. Ryan Madden third in the points, running 18 points behind, I should say. Josh Alexander is 22 points behind, and Jonathan Rivers is 25 points behind coming into today's race. When they headed into Watkins Glen last Friday, the points throughout the top 5 were rather spread out. But that Watkins Glen race really shook the points up, and now they're a lot closer to each other than they were going into the Watkins Glen race. And here at Daytona, it's just as crazy at Watkins Glen, and anything can happen here today. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get these guys to roll off here at the Daytona International Speedway. The number 16 for this race only is Hergel Arvin Alonso. He made a deal with Fernand Gabat, who is his uncle, by the way. The switch rides, technically switch rides. The number 60 is not racing in this race. Gabat is not racing today. But since today is Hergel Arvin Alonso's birthday, he wanted to be in this race, and he got Fernand Gabat to switch with him. So starting on the pole, and I did not intentionally put him there either, it just happened to come out that way, is Hergel Arvin Alonso in the number 16. He starts alongside the Season 2 Daytona 500 champion in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He knows how to break hearts here at Daytona. Nicholas Samadio, one of his best racetracks here in the NRLOA. We have Caleb Hoffman, one of the hottest drivers right now in the Turkey Hill Series, could easily take the points lead at the end of this one. William Brock in the number 62. Rome number 3 sees the number 2 of Trey Bartow, and the number 3 of Jonathan Rivers, who comes into this race 5th in the point standings. Right behind those guys, we got Abe Troxel in the number 44, starting alongside Josh Alexander, who comes into this race 4th in the points in the number 87. Part-time driver Clint Buchanan, starting alongside Matt Dalio in row number 5. Cameron Gaju, Tyler O'Riddy. We got the 4 of Emmanuel Hartnett, Noah Cars, Ryan Madden, Elijah Gordon, Garrett Zinor, Nathan Stapleton, and then the points leader Matt Tuck, starting alongside Josh Crash to round out the top 20 positions here for the Fresh from Florida Firecracker 250 at Daytona. It's only 15 laps of action. There are no pit stops, and if a crash happens, it's going to take away a lot of the racing, so you need to get up front very quickly here at Daytona. When we had our first race here back in September, Matt Tuck led the first lap and the last one. You might not have enough time to lead, fall back, and come back in this race, so you got to get up front really quickly in this one. Pace car is pulled off, and Hergel Arvin Alonso on his birthday will lead the field to the green flag. We're racing in the Fresh from Florida Firecracker 250. Alonso pulling away to a pretty substantial lead ahead of second place. It's not a good thing because these guys, they have a massive draft here at Daytona. And when you have help, you go much faster than guys that don't have help. That's Caleb Hoffman on the inside of Nicholas Samadio for second. Alonso's going to try to block the outside lane. No, he's going to go to the middle lane now. Not really the middle lane, the inside lane. He's actually in a middle lane, though. I don't know. is going to try to block Hoffman, but Hoffman's going to get a run to the inside of him. They're going to be side by side for the first lap, and Joe Arvin Alonso leads lap number 1 here at Daytona. But here comes Caleb Hoffman in the number 28, really fast on that inside lane. Trey Bartow looking to make it 3 wide for the lead. Bartow looking to get help from the 25 of Cameron Gaju. It doesn't look like he needs it right now, as he got a great run to the inside of the 28 and the 16. Abe Troxel in the middle there. Behind Bartow, it's Cameron Gaju, Emmanuel Hartnett, and Ryan Madden. 3 wide for the lead. Joe Arvin Alonso trying to get the run on the outside of Caleb Hoffman and Trey Bartow. Not going to be able to do it, as Bartow in the number 2 gets a great run on the inside, trying to lead lap number 2. And Trey Bartow will lead lap number 2 here at Daytona. We're not quite there yet. To make sure everybody started. It does appear that everybody did start this race, so that's a good thing there. I normally try to check that for each race, but I did not for this one. But it turns out everybody did start. Cameron Gaju, oh no, he's going to put Hoffman in the wall and upside down. Got the 28 down the back. And we got a big crash down the backstretch on lap 3. Tristan Allen sliding into the inside wall hard for Tristan Allen in the number 22. The big one has struck here at Daytona. Joe Arvin Alonso in the 16. Stuart Gratton in the 98 might have gotten caught up in this one. The 48 might have gotten some damage from this one. Caleb Hoffman in the number 28 went upside down. And there he is, still running on the racetrack miraculously in that machine. Jack Porkins also with major damage in the 33. And an early crash here at Daytona. Trey Bartow won the race back to the line in the number 2. And he will restart when we get to the restart here for the Fresh from Florida Firecracker 250. But very massive crash down the back. Well, it wasn't that massive, but it was still pretty big for Caleb Hoffman and the number 28, who went flipping upside down. And let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution here at Daytona. I'll replay this one here. Cameron Gaju made it 4 wide, kind of slid up into Caleb Hoffman. And Hoffman had Alonso to his outside and nowhere to go for the number 28 as he went flipping upside down. Fortunately, it only happened once for the 28, but these guys back in here, some of them could not avoid it. It's kind of hard to tell who's being caught up in this one. Isaac Nichols, Jonathan Rivers getting spun there. And here's Tristan Allen. He got spun off the front bumper of Eric Ulmenhart and slid down the racetrack. He took a very hard hit to the inside wall. We rarely see crashes down the backstretch here at Daytona, and even more rarely see these guys go to the inside wall down the back, but that's what happened to Tristan Allen, the Atlanta winner. Of all the guys who have won a race this season, he is lowest in the points. Not good for the number 22 at Tristan Allen here today at Daytona, and that's definitely going to hurt his season. Try to see who else might have gotten involved. You see Gratton there. He was involved. And Jack Porkins in the 33 also might have gotten caught up. Oh, he did get caught up in this one. There's a couple other guys back in here. I can't really tell who they are. Alex Bonsignor, William Brock. He could have taken the points lead at the end of this race. He might have gotten caught up in this one in the 62. Josh Alexander, another one of those guys up in the points. And Matt Delio. We had a lot of the guys who were in the top 5 in points have trouble at Watkins Glen last time. And it does appear, and a lot of the guys in the top 5 in points for this one also caught up in this crash down the back here at Daytona. They go with the TV2 camera for this full-time replay here. And Caleb Hoffman flipping upside down in the number 28, trying to see who got caught up in this one. You see the 16 of Alonso, Matt Dalio gets spun around, William Brock, Jonathan Rivers, Isaac Nichols, and see many guys with damage in that one. And many guys up there in the point standings as well caught up in that one, like William Brock, Jonathan Rivers, and Josh Alexander. All those guys, championship contenders coming into this race, getting knocked out. And Caleb Hoffman, he's done in the number 28 here today at Daytona. Going to go on board with the number 22 of Tristan Allen for this crash. Then we'll get to the restart here in the Fresh from Florida Firecracker 250. See that 28 flip upside down in front of him. These guys trying to avoid it. Allen runs into Jonathan Rivers, and Ulmenhart spins him to the inside, and a hard hit to the inside wall for the 22 machine. And he might not be able to continue with all the damage he got in that number 22 ride. Tough break for Tristan Allen. Tough break for all the guys involved in this one. But that's just the way it is sometimes, especially when we come to tracks like Daytona, and the big one is essentially guaranteed to happen. Let's get to the restart here for the fresh from Florida Firecracker 250. The unfortunate thing about these super speedway races is when we get a caution, a lot of the lap time is taken away. A lot of the green flag racing is taken away because of the caution periods, and that's what's going to happen in this one. We've had 3 green flag laps so far in this race, and it looks like we're going to restart halfway through this one here at Daytona. But anyways, Trey Bartow leads the field in the number 2 machine. Then it's Cameron Godju, Emmanuel Hartnett, Abe Troxel. Now Ryan Madden is a guy who was up there in the point standings who was not involved in that crash. He's got a great chance at taking the points lead here today. Garrett Zinor, Nate Bell, Clint Buchanan, Nicholas Samadillo, and John Arndt, the top 10 here for the restart in the fresh from Florida Firecracker 250. Green flags back in the air here at Daytona. Take a look and see who got knocked out in this crash. Tristan Allen, Stuart Gratton, Caleb Hoffman, and Jack Porkins, the only guys who are going to fail to finish here today at Daytona. It's a pretty big crash. It involved quite a few guys, but only 4 guys are going to go to the garage and fail to finish here today in this race. So that's a good thing, but not for the guys who are going to fail to finish. Anyways, Emmanuel Hartnett in the number 4, looking to the inside of Trey Bartow for the lead. This pack trying to form up here. Ryan Madden, Clint Buchanan, Elijah Gordon on the inside lane here. And they're looking to close up and push that 4 past the 2. But it's Trey Bartow leading lap number 8 here at Daytona. And it looks like this pack is split up here, as we have about a 15-car breakaway for the lead in this race. Guys going double wide through the first draft here. And you see Max North, Jesse Turner a little ways back with this pack here. You see Josh Crash, points leader Matt Tuck trying to remain in the points lead. He was not involved in that crash, so he's good to go in the 48, trying to draft back into the lead draft. We're just going to have to see if he can do it. Anyways, to the front, Emmanuel Hartnett trying to take the lead away from Trey Bartow, but Bartow trying to hang tough on the outside. Hartnett's going to lead lap 9 here at Daytona. Here comes Ryan Madden in the number 5. And these guys in the back, they're going to close up to the end of this pack very shortly. And we're going to have one of those big packs yet again here in this race. Ryan Madden 3 wide to the inside of Emmanuel Hartnett. And Trey Bartow, he's got Elijah Gordon helping him. That's his teammate there in the number 88. Nathan Stapleton, Jesse Turner behind those guys on the inside lane. Those are very good drivers there. Jesse Turner won the first ever race on NAPA right here at this very racetrack. He knows how to get it done in that number 39. Nathan Stapleton's a past champion, and Ryan Madden's one of those guys up there in the point standings. Any of those guys on the inside could possibly win this race. I do believe Ryan Madden edged out Trey Bartow to lead that lap, and he did, barely over the number 2. 3 wide for the lead with 5 laps to go at Daytona. The 88 of Elijah Gordon does not want that 18 to get to the inside of him. These guys want to stay 3 wide if we want to avoid another crash. Stapleton is pushing the issue, though, on the 88. And this is definitely strategy when it comes to Daytona, because if you go 4 wide to the inside of somebody, those guys to the outside of you are most likely going to crash and move up the racetrack. But it might be a little too early to pull that move yet in this race. There is no 100% rule here. You can go ahead and crash guys any way you want to. If you force an issue 4 wide, it's technically your fault that you're causing the crash, but you don't really have anything to do with it. And it's a very interesting strategy that these guys can use here at Daytona, and it has worked before in this race. In this series before is what I'm trying to say. I really haven't been the best today, have I? I'm sorry. Elijah Gordon, I think, tried that in the Florida's Natural 300 earlier this season, but he was not able to beat Matt Tuck to the line in that one. He took the lead away from Ryan Madden, and now the inside lane is definitely looking strong, with Nathan Stapleton now leading the race into number 18. Jesse Turner, Josh Crash, Reagan Whitlock, Landon Napa on the inside lane here. Will the outside lane have enough help, or will the inside lane be able to keep on moving up to the end of this race? There goes Turner, 3 wide to the inside of Stapleton and Gordon. He's got Josh Crash behind him in the number 6 helping him. Elijah Gordon trying to get the run down the back. The inside lane does not have too much help, but the outside lane has a lot of help, and Elijah Gordon getting it to work up there in the number 88. Turner won the last restrictor plate race we had here in the Turkey Hill Series at Talladega. This track is not really that similar to Talladega when you think about it. The outside lane works a lot better here at Daytona than it does at Talladega, but still, Turner knows how to win these super speedway races. And he's going to try to get that middle lane to work, but Elijah Gordon getting the outside lane to work here at Daytona with 2 laps to go in the fresh from Florida Firecracker 250. But the inside lane with a great run to the inside of Turner and Gordon and Josh Crash in the number 6 is trying to take it away from the veteran drivers. But Gordon keeps on getting that very good run on the outside lane down the backstretch. Will he be able to get it to work exiting turn 4? It doesn't look like he will. Josh Crash in the number 6 is going to clear the 88 and take the white flag here at Daytona. Here comes Reagan Whitlock in the number 19 looking to the inside of the 6. We're going to hit a lapped car. Let's have some fun. Jonathan Rivers holding up the middle lane, and Whitlock takes the lead here at Daytona. Landon Napa, Cody Smart, Cameron Black pull away. Who's going to win this race? The 19 with the advantage down the back. Josh Crash tagging along behind these guys. Everybody else is out of it. There goes Landon Napa in the 01. He's going to get some help. No, he isn't. Cody Smart hangs with the 19. And we're going to have a side-by-side finish here at Daytona. Landon Napa, Reagan Whitlock. Who's going to get it done? The 19 with the run on the outside wins the fresh from Florida Firecracker 250 here at Daytona. Reagan Whitlock with his first career win in the Turkey Hill Series. And he, I know, is up there in the point standings. He might move his way into the top 5 exiting Daytona here today. Reagan Whitlock wins the fresh from Florida Firecracker 250 here at Daytona. And Jonathan Rivers in number 3, a slow car, split the pack up there on the final lap, giving the number 19 the advantage and the win here in this race. Like to see that one end under green. We did not end under green when we came here back in September, but we ended under green here, and it was a great finish, especially for Reagan Whitlock. But how about those rookies? Those rookies taking up all 5 positions in the top 5 and 8 positions in the top 10. Those rookies did a fantastic job today. Matt Tuck should stay in the points lead after a top 10 finish here today at Daytona. But it was Reagan Whitlock, Landon Napa, Cody Smart, Cameron Black, Josh Crash, Elijah Gordon, Ryan Madden, Trey Bartow, Marty Johnson, and then Matt Tuck rounding out the top 10 in the number 48. Take a look at the rest of the results right here. Tristan Allen, Stuart Gratton, Caleb Hoffman, and Jack Porkins all crashed out of this one early on. Back on lap number 3, we had that big crash down the back where Caleb Hoffman flipped upside down. And 4 finishes for those guys in today's race. But not a poor finish for Reagan Whitlock, and he's definitely going to have a pretty good points day here at Daytona. That's 44 points for the number 19 team. And he's going to move his way up in the points exiting this race here today. But anyways, congratulations to Reagan Whitlock for winning here today at the Daytona International Speedway. Next race is going to be the Riverside Road Course Challenge. You know, it's just one of those crazy names that came up with it. Kind of like the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Challenge or whatever that race was called in the Xfinity Series back in August. But it's going to be the 3rd and final road course race of the season on Saturday right here on Napa Fan, and that'll definitely be an interesting one to see who gets out of that. Then it's Indianapolis next week, and I forget the schedule after that, but you know what? You guys will know the schedule once the races come out every Wednesday and Saturday here for the Turkey Hill Series. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Reagan Whitlock, and here are the points for the Turkey Hill Series. I will see you guys later.
To The stars will